Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel for those who've been hanging with me some time, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. I'm Adele Levine, intuitive and medium. All right guys, so I'm going to jump right into the subject. Let's put it this way. This has been a subject I've been asked a lot about, and what's really interesting is it's also the most looked at, but not the most commented on. So today I'm asking you, leave your comments below and what you think. Yeah, I'm saying it ahead of time because we all know that there's a high interest in interdimensional beings. But I really find it interesting that people are a little less gung-ho to write a comment or maybe reveal how interested they are. So if you're brave enough, go ahead and leave a comment and let's get started. Okay. What's up, New York? All right, so I did a video before, as you can see right here, on what are interdimensional beings. Tongue twister. And today I wanted to do a video on what is the role of interdimensional beings, because I feel that even though I did a video on this before and people have asked me lots of questions, I definitely can tell that people have a load of more questions about this topic. And even though I shared my experiences that I've had, I feel that this comes up a lot in readings. Not just I feel, but I've noticed that it comes a lot in readings where people want to understand, what does this exactly mean? Are interdimensional beings aliens? Are they angels? Are they fairies? Or are they all three? And I'm going to just tell you my perspective. So disclaimer, I didn't say I'm an expert on the alien world, on the interdimensional being world. What I mean by that is that it does tend to go into other categories. It goes into flying saucers or crafts. I think that's more the modern term. It can go into these areas where we're getting into aliens and we're getting into beings from other planets. And I feel that it gets all lumped into the same category, meaning interdimensional beings tend to immediately make people think of ETs or aliens. Now, I feel that it's important to go over the role. Now, I did a video on what are they, and I will say this very quickly, that to me, they probably are all of them, because people's perception of what the title of a being that isn't using a craft to get here. That's just my understanding of my experience, that they're beings that interdimensional, meaning they come through the timelines, quantum, whatever you want to call it, and they slip into our dimension without using something physical. That is my perception of an interdimensional being, that they are using nothing physical. They are manifesting themselves into our realm without using anything like a craft or anything like that. So is that an angel? Is that a fairy? I feel that people's idea of what a fairy is and angels are, and an interdimensional being, meaning an alien or ET, are probably the same. It's people's concept of what they see it as. Not to mention they can shift their imagery to what they want to shift it to. And that to me is the difference between that and beings that are flying in on a craft-like form. So what is the role of an interdimensional being is what I wanted to cover today. My perception of them is that they're more like master teachers, been around for so long, could be millions, thousands. I can't sit here and claim that I know for sure how long. I feel that anyone who says this is what the interdimensional beings names and this is what they do and this is how they, it gets a little dicey, guys, because then you're getting into for sure knowledge of things that we don't have a solid grip on. You know, it's almost like a little bit ahead of us and we're just running to catch up to understand it. So I'm not going to do that, but I have noticed that the role does seem to be more of teacher, master teacher in that realm, meaning that they have been around for a long time. So therefore they are not human. They are not spirits. No, I don't see them that way. They are not beings that came to this earth, born into this earth, died, and now they're risen up to this higher being. Higher beings and interdimensional beings to me are different. And again, we're getting dicey with, titles. We're getting dicey with labels. And I could safely say to you that I don't feel that that's necessary, but I do believe that higher beings can be those who passed on, who have for a very, 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 very long time. We're talking very long time is my sense. Ancient beings have come into this form of teaching. But interdimensional beings are almost coming through timelines. To me, this is what I've come to understand. Again, timelines, dimensions, portals, quantum. They're not just adhered to our realm. So therefore, there's more of a knowledge of the universe and how things connect and how they work. To me, in order to pass through time the way they do and to pass through boundaries, but most importantly, to be able to guide and give knowledge without interfering our world is important. Now, those of you who have experiences with aliens and you feel like they've been negative and all this kind of stuff, I'm not getting into that. I'm getting into interdimensional beings that can be in all forms. I do believe they can create the form they want us to see that we connect to. So in other words, if you are drawn to ETs and things like this, you may see this way. If you're drawn to fairies, you may see it this way. If you're drawn to angels, you may see it this way, because it's energy. Energy that is manipulated. So the energy can be manipulated into the form that you relate to. So their role is to definitely teach us and to telepathically teach us in a way. My experience with it feels more like these very master teachers that only are giving me a slice of knowledge, because that is only what I'm able to understand. And the slice gets another slice and another slice and another slice. And that is how I see them. I don't feel like I'm sitting down with these energies and they're giving me all the answers of all the universe and everything, because I wouldn't be able to comprehend it. I feel that as we learn and we learn a little bit more, it's just kind of like when you're in school. You learn your ABCs, then you learn to read, then you learn to read small books and big books, and it's very similar, and that is what I feel their role is. Is their role to fix our lives as we sit here through these crazy times and go, interdimensional beings, come down and fix our lives? No. Sorry. I know. It sounds great. We all want this to happen, but it isn't really their role, because it is up to us to make decisions, and it's up to us to be conscious beings, and we need to do the work ourselves. But it's kind of like I said, like a teacher that when you check in, say, hey, you might want to look at this, or you might want to understand this. If you want to evolve, you want to expand, you want to grow, they are very good for that in the spiritual journey. But when people are always wanting to jump from A to Z, like I want to talk to interdimensional beings, I should do it all tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. Their role is to kind of help you open up and expand, and more you're ready for, the more they're willing to show you. And there was a time where I really felt like I saw an interdimensional being talk to me about energy, and I rejected it. I didn't want to really understand it. And then it came to a place where I kind of was pushed to understand it, and I started to learn about energy and different frequencies. And I absolutely believe, because I saw it, was an interdimensional being. So I feel that it's hard, because it's one of those subjects that it gets really out of control really quick. So if you see me taking my time in this video, it's because I'm trying to keep it very concise, neat, and tight about this subject, and sticking to what I'm calling this, which is, what is their role? And I feel that their role continues to be the teacher, master beyond master teacher. So I mean, by now, if you've watched most of my videos, you know what I'm going to say, right? Yoda, maybe Baby Yoda. Obi-Wan, even Darth Vader gets a nod on this one because he was moving into master, and he was a master. Maybe he was a master in the different side of things, but he was a master. And that's kind of what I picture. When you picture like the Jedi, group, and when they come to meet and they make decisions, this is kind of how I picture interdimensional beings, because they're guiding and they're teaching, but they can't 100% tell you what to do and not to do. So when you're opening yourself up, don't worry about what they look like, what is their name, or this or that or that. More about where are you ready to start learning and to start growing, and to not get greedy and want to know everything at once. And remember humility, humble, because as powerful as their energy is, and it is, they are very humble in their work. It isn't about showing themselves and showing off and being adorned. Even worshipped is not part of their job or part of their role. And that is not what they're here to bring to us. They're not going to come from that place. So it is kind of student and teacher. Well, 100% student and teacher. And so I would say to you, if this is something you're interested in, I would just step into it with an open heart of wanting to learn, wanting to connect telepathically. If you're doing it through meditation, if you're doing it through writing things down, if you're doing it and you're painting and you feel like you connect to something, they feel different than like a spirit. A spirit is just a person who died. They're just people. They don't have all knowing. They're not all knowing, and they don't have answers of the bigger picture, which I believe interdimensional beings have a better answer to that. But do they always give it? No, because we have to do the work. So it is guiding and teaching you along your path, but most importantly, trying to help you see things past the one-dimensional and opening it up to more of a 3D dimensional view of the universe. So I hope that helped. It's a little, I'm just kind of, giving you this little video to kind of introduce. I am going to do more videos like this. I want to do videos on alternate universes and things like this, because these are the things I'm very excited about and very interested in. I wanted to let you know that, of course, I'm doing the 50% off of my readings during this time that we're in. I'm also doing a medium gallery this weekend. I have like half spots open because I'm keeping it very small and concise. And I am doing a class on remote viewing, and you can check that all out. That's at the end of the month, but that's all on my website. You can go and see what I'm offering in there. Thank you guys so much. All of those of you who have gotten my book and through Kindle or whatnot, please remember to leave a review on Amazon. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Let's get fun in diving into these topics. Let me know in the comments below what you think, what you feel. I know I said at the beginning, but I just want people to not feel shy. It's okay. Come on out. Come out from hiding. You're interested in this subject. And if there's other type subjects like this you want me to cover, follow yourself, follow no one, listen to your inner voice, and I'll see you soon.